Welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. My name's Suzy, and today I'm going to be cleaning these plastic artificial plants out of my 180. They seem to have gotten neglected a bit because this tank is so big I tend to pass it over and deal with the 55, 75s, and 90s. But this 180, I'm pulling out the step stool, pulling out the plants, and showing you how I clean my plastic plants. Let's get started.
So come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey.
Some of the things I'm going to need is a 5-gallon bucket, a couple of glugs of bleach, glug, 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 and water. I don't have any, it's funny that I don't have any water in this room. I might actually use tank water and add the bleach to it because I don't have running water in this room yet. So, let me get a step stool. This step stool in my fish room is actually an old hassock that I added some 1-inch plywood to the top to make it super sturdy to hold a lot of weight. Now, the first thing I'm going to do now, this clamp is on here because this, when I got this, I've tried so many different ways to fix this to no avail. So I have a DeWalt clamp on it, and that's just what I use. So I've got some screen. I just want some items up on top of this tank so that none of the fish jump. And so I'm going to start siphoning into this bucket. Alright, well I have a little tiny hose here. And I just pull it up like that. Once that siphon's going, I can clamp this. There we go. Then I'll put a couple of glugs in. This is how I clean plastic plants. And if you put too much in, if you put too much bleach in, you'll fade the plastic plants. So once my bucket's about halfway filled, I'll start pulling these out and placing them in the bucket upside down. Okay. Perfect. And I'm going to save that because I'm going to be doing a water change, but I'm going to be doing a water change after I stir everything up. I will start pulling these plants out, putting them upside down in this bucket. As I start pulling out plants, I should start with this one. I'll shake off all the sand. Keep it upside down. It's really only the last 6 inches that are pretty bad. Upside down in my bleach. Hang the weight over the edge. I'm going to get my next one. Normally in my 40-gallon or my 55, as I walk by every day, I just go like this, and they never get the buildup. But because this tank is so big, I got buildup. And any loose plant, after I wash it, I'll save it and make another plant out of all my loose ones. I do that all the time. And they're all just sitting there upside down while I do the rest of the tank. I do not let them sit there overnight or anything like that. Now I've done these in hydrogen peroxide in the past. They just don't get clean. Now I'm going to do a water change and scrub up some of the back. Where's my long scrubber? Because I'm going to scrub around a little bit. I know the lighting is horrible. Let me see if I can fix it. This helps. This is what I call the sun. Okay. So let's see if this helps a little bit. Now that I have all the plants removed, I'm going to start wiping down all the walls, especially the back wall, which I can never get to. The front glass I get all the time. It's basically the back wall. Stirred up really good. I'll start the siphon And then as it settles, I'll do some sand graph, you know, hover gravel vac. Not a gravel vac, a hover vac. And I will clamp that up here so I don't lose that. While I look at my plants. I'm going to come on over here as we switch up the plants a little bit. Okay, so that is the siphon. I am watching it. I'm going to move these plants around because I probably should have used 2 buckets. I might get a second bucket because there's a lot of plants in here. Now the ones that aren't so bad, I'll start putting tank water in here. These aren't going to get bleached. What they are going to get is some safe in this bucket when I'm done pulling them out of here if they're good, and let them soak in some safe water. The dechlorinator. It's a concentrated dechlorinator. This one I'll put on the floor. It's no longer in the sink, so I don't want to flood. This one's one of my favorites. Oh, Kitty, get down. So this one is a half of a coconut shell with the foam, and it's just all the different loose ones that came loose. Moving the water back over to the sink before I... So this looks good because it's, but if you look at the ends, it's really, really bad. Focus on, there you go. They're really bad. I try not to put the base of these plastic plants in. They don't usually get that dirty because they're usually under the sand part. So I let them sit above the water. So this is removes the chloramines. This is my safe. It says for a quarter teaspoon for every 300 gallons. So it's pretty concentrated. I'm not putting this in the one with the bleach. I'm putting that in the one with just fresh tank water. And that's what I'm rinsing my plants with. There's just 2 stubborn ones, so that all these I'll keep out and only put this two stubborn ones back in. So now I take this bucket of safe water and I rinse the plants again, and then I rinse them with regular tap water. For that, I'm going to have to take them in the other room. How's that look? Look pretty good, huh? These small little pieces. You see, these are the ones that came out, which is why I'm constantly making new ones. I'll just put it over here with my bucket of loose ones. And I'll turn that into a fun afternoon project. Probably get my granddaughter to help me. We'll be like making up flower baskets. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm starting the python. So my water is through this fish room, down the hall, through my old fish room, down the next hall, through the laundry room, and then there's the sink. So I cannot wait for John to hook up hot and cold water right here, because this is very hard. So I washed all the plants, did a water change, scrubbed down, the back wall and the 2 overflows. Now I'm just going to let the water settle a little bit before I put the plants back in, because I really want to see what I'm doing when I put the plants back in. So these plants cleaned up so nice. I can't wait to put them back in here. I am so happy with the way these plants turned out, and this 180 looks again. So this is how I clean plastic plants, and I have a lot of them. I have real plants, but I have a lot of plastic too.
Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Na na, hey everybody, it's SuzyQue, so come along with me. Said